There we go. Oh, strike first, strike hard. No mercy tonight. No mercy ever with this fantastic dinosaur list. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic Stampede dinosaur action. I got the character there, John Kreese. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was from the Cobra Kai movies, Karate Kid. Oh, I'm not about all the violence and stuff, but it's about, striking first, striking hard, showing no mercy, taking out the opponent as fast as possible, as deadly with
ruthless aggression.
Absolutely ruthless aggression, as I'm sure we're going to see, but I have been dealt ruthless aggression sadly a couple times today. It's been rough with Rakdos Aggro. They beat me on turn 2 with that new ley line of whatchamacallit. But if some of you are new and you're wondering what it's all about, focusing on the namesake there, Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, putting any creature, it doesn't have to be a dino, but putting them onto the battlefield, yes, it's going to be a good night. A good night or a good morning. Some of you guys might be asleep already. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, hopefully the weekend went good if that's the case, and get rested, fired up, ready for Monday. One day, maybe 1 or 2 days in Mythic before the season resets. I'm pretty sure that happens tomorrow. List as always in the description, as well as the primer, 2 hours. And yes, today, splashing blue for Fading Hope, because it's a pretty fantastic card to help against those aggro matchups. The mouse that they make big, the slick shot show off, boom, we bounce it. They've invested a bunch of resources to make one of them massive. Now that all goes away, they have to replay that creature, and hopefully that buys us enough time. I hear people say sometimes that is the case. We get rid of the creature even though it's temporary, but we don't destroy it. And with the mouse where it dies and deals damage equal to its power, that's not great, not fun at all. So you either bounce it or you exile it and get around the death trigger. But Fading Hope is not so narrow. We can save our own creatures with this. That's lovely stuff. Maybe save Vaultborn Tyrant, Ghalta. We could redo the enter the battlefield effect if it makes sense to do so, or just return the Vaultborn, replay it, save Tyrranax Rex, save some creature from a sweeper. So it's good. It's good. It's going to have absolute uses. Worst case scenario, I bounce Palani's Hatcher. The opponent wants to use removal on it. Boom. There we go. I'm still left with those dinosaur eggs, which could be fantastic chump blockers. And to support the blue, 3 Overlord of the Hauntwoods, which I will get to a 4th copy whenever I get another mythic rare wild card, or I just open up the 4th copy. But when it enters or attacks, you make everywhere that land token that taps for a man of any color. There you go. That is definitely going to help splash, but it's not a hard hoop to jump through. If I didn't have Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 1 blue, perfectly fine. We got 3 Ketria Triomes, getting blue and red, which is very nice. Hinterland Harbor, and 4 breeding pools. So that's 8 total lands to get 1 source of blue. But Sunken, as always, we can choose blue, and there we go. So it's kind of like 12 sources. I would figure often enough I'm going to see one of those 12 things. Yeah, I would imagine so. And also the new Altanak, the thrice called. 7 for a 9/9 trample. That's good. Easy to play. If I can play T-Rex, I can play this. But its ability, 1 in the green, discard it. Return target land from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Very, very key. Opponents take out my lands with Field of Ruin or Demolition Field or Boseiju who endures potentially. So now, boom, all of a sudden, we get a replacement forest when they take out Castle Garenbrig or Sunken. And now I just get it back with this, and that could be game right there. Absolutely could be. They ramped us. Effectively, they got us another forest onto the battlefield. Love it. That's going to catch many people by surprise, and I got 3 more copies in the sideboard if it makes sense to bring it in. If the opponent doesn't really have any creatures, we trim Fading Hope, more control type matchup. This goes away. Altenac comes in, the rest of the copies, and maybe Ulvenwald Hydra. Something like that. I still want to continue to use this and bring it in if we don't need Fading Hope, that sort of thing, into the Floodmaw as well. If I want more interaction for those aggressive decks, new one from Bloomborough there, or I guess an old one, because now we're in the set after it. My goodness. Return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. So that's not as useful for us. We can only target the opponents, where Fading Hope, like I mentioned, we can target any creature. Sometimes you may not want to target your creature, but like I mentioned, use this to save it from removal. It's better to have it later than never have it ever again. And then the Scry as well, it's kind of nice. But into the Floodmaw, if we gift the opponent a tapped fish, we get to return a non-land permanent. So this could be a temporary way to get rid of Damping Sphere, some pesky enchantment. It doesn't really matter. We do this at the end of the opponent's turn. That one painful permanent is gone for 1 turn, and that might be all we need to unload on the opponent. Devastate them, and if it is Damping Sphere, oh man, they're going to be hating that. Absolutely. Pithing Needle as well, for all those painful activated abilities. I mean, I could see myself maybe needing Pithing Needle. No, I didn't mean to take it out. I got to add it back in. It's been a while since I've done that. I wish it wouldn't be so easy. Okay. Pithing Needle's back in. Ulvenwald Hydra is there, and I say we jump into the matches. Oh boy, oh boy. Mythic. No mercy, no mercy. Okay, we're good. I should have really gotten more clips for the Karate Kid, but I did have this one. The body bag one is good, and I was actually going to use the image of Priest right there. I did a mock-up to see how it looked. It's pretty hilarious with his hair and my face, and I don't know, maybe I'll use it tomorrow. We wouldn't be doing a whole lot with this hand, though. It could work out if we get the second land. Sylvan to get the third, and then you go Archdruids, but oh, it's worse. Oh boy. Okay, well, it just got better. Lovely stuff. You know what? Let's send both Ghaltas to the bottom. This opponent could be somebody painful. We don't know what we're facing. We'll play it safe. Very nice. It looks like it's Azorius Control. I did take them down once before today, and I think there's going to be a pretty good chance of that happening again. They're going to counter Sylvan Scrying, unfortunately. We'll try. Oh, they goofed up. They goofed up big time. Oh man, they're tapped out. They're going to be kicking themselves. And we got a breeding pool, so now it's mostly over. Yeah, that's it's not great. We saved Castle Garenbrig until the turn we're going to play it. They could go with Field of Ruin. We may be ruining their chances. A temporary lockdown is going to do a whole lot of nothing. They can't counter and they can't target what I'm about to do, which is going to draw out a sweeper, possibly. High Noon, I don't care. The one thing I play each turn is big and deadly. And now if they do sweep with Supreme Verdict, Fading Hope, like I mentioned, bounce it back, good to go. Sweep me, do it, you know you wanna. Oh, they don't, okay. %, taken out Teferi, no question. I mean, I don't see how they can deal with Carnage Tyrant, but you never know. I might use Archdruid's Charm, actually. Search for Cavern of Souls, something like that. I feel like there could be a sweeper next turn, which I think they might not sweep a single Carnage Tyrant, and they haven't been dealt damage, but with 2 Carnage Tyrants out, I think that 100% would draw out the sweeper. Sometimes they wait for Carnage Tyrant to hit. And they might still just counterfeit. Oh, okay. Still. Oh, this is not good. Well, I'm glad I played the second one. We're in a much better position now. Oh man, that Wandering Emperor is pretty good against most stuff, but not these. Yeah. We'll just smack them. Attack them. We'll go off with Fading Hope, see if it draws out a counter spell. Possibly be safe to go with Archdruid's Charm after that. They have to find a sweeper this turn or else they're dead, and I think they'll find it. Oh, whoa. Well, alright. There you go. That was pretty ruthless. Huh? That was no mercy. Two Carnage Tyrants. Okay. I mean, I am kind of tempted to keep Fading Hope. Definitely. But they do have that land destruction, so we'll get the whatchamacallit, Aklanak. Excuse me, Altanak. Pithing Needle could be great, turning off the Planeswalker's abilities, but it's going to be very sneaky and very deadly when they take out or try to take out Cavern of Souls. Hopefully I see it. But they take it out with Field of Ruin, boom, all of a sudden it's back on the battlefield with Altanak's ability. Oh man, I'm excited for this. It was kind of hilarious. High Noon didn't do much. Temporary Lockdown, useless. That's what it's all about. Is this hand what it's all about? Well, possibly. I get to keep my opening hand, which is always nice, and maybe we'll get to go off with Sylvan. I'm pretty sure it's going to be countered. Almost certain. Well, we have another one, so we might as well try. I would imagine at some point they'll run out of counter spells, but I do feel better with that Sylvan. If I get a land of any type, well, we would be laughing. It's going to be counter spells for days, I think. It's okay. That's how it goes. How it goes. One more. Archdruids. Boom. Worth a shot. I've certainly come back from worse. Altanak, though, that might be pretty good if they take out the Hinterland Harbor or the Breeding Pool, get it back, have 3 for Archdruids. Something like that. I'd like it. Oh, a Field of Ruin. Use it. Oh, okay. Good. This is very nice. I don't think there's going to be an opening for Archdruids. 100% Overlord of the Hauntwoods. It would have been countered, so we'll see if they use that field. Or they're going to sacrifice the clue. Good. There's our opening. Definitely Castle Garenbrig are certainly going to take out immediately. If they don't, we're in a very good position, but still, 100%, we get it back with Altanak, so we're fine. I like this. I like it a lot. Oh, another Field of Ruin. Well, that's no fun. We'll wait to do Altanak at the end of the opponent's turn. See if they use up a bunch of mana. I'm still sure Field of Ruin is going to take out the castle when I get it back, sadly. We need to draw that out, though. I'm just happy they can't counter this. Most things, they can't counter it. You do what you gotta do. Hopefully I get another Altanak. Oh my goodness. Probably need more forests. I've been saying that. 3, that's rough stuff. I'll play it for 3 if they have some sort of tax. I would need 3 with no more lies, but... Alright, where's that other field? Other castle, really? Man, nuts. And one more land next turn, play Carnage Tyrant, draw out a sweeper. Not have to worry too much about the samurai. That they have, oh my goodness. Oh, no. We would play T-Rex and it would die. Absolutely, it would die. But with this, that's good. I want to get rid of those samurai and not have to worry. Oh, a shark is not nice. Maybe they don't have a sweeper. Of course, if I happen to top deck my Cavern of Souls, it might just be all over at that point. Oh, I think they have. They have a sweeper. I would like that indeed. Or maybe they don't. It's a big shark that's going to get the job done eventually. We don't have too many more turns left. Oh boy. Teferi. Hopefully it's not Teferi. Huh. Yeah, that is good. That is good. Is Tyrranax Rex also good? Hard to say. But they have somewhat tapped out. They can't counter, they can't target. Oh, they can Ether Gust. Well. Send it to the bottom and... die? Do we die? We're not dead yet. There's 8, 9. With the shark, we're going to block Beza, which could be okay. Huh. Cavern of Souls, where are you at? Well, that's not Cavern of Souls, and that is going to be it. That's alright. That's alright. Do have to watch out for Ether Gust, though. Sending a green or red creature to the top or the bottom. Of course, I had more Tyrranax Rexes in my hand, and Trim Fading Hope. Bring in 1 Pithing Needle. They're going to prioritize that Field of Ruin, I think. If they have a decent hand with Field of Ruin, they know how painful it can be for me. And they also know that I can bring it back, so now it's going to be a bit of a cat and mouse situation. Still wait to play Castle Garenbrig, get 1 activation with it, play somebody big, they take it out, I get it back with Altanak, and that's going to be whack. I kinda like that. It's going to be rough-ish. One more. No, I'm going to keep it. Go time. Ghalta to the bottom. I don't have a Cavern of Souls, so it would be sketchy. Sylvan Scrying next turn would lock things up, but that is not the case. They were tapped out with that man land, so... Okay, no, we keep getting the lands. That's good. That's good. It's what we want. Alright, yeah. Maybe 1 more next turn. Start playing Carnage Tyrants and start making them scared. Ooh, not quite. Not quite. Memory Deluge, okay. Probably found Teferi or another land or a land and Teferi. That wouldn't be so bad. It would be pretty rough. Interesting. Waiting for that counter spell. Well, you may not be able to counter what I'm about to play. Oh, they'll counter this. Okay. I'm pretty sure they'll counter it. They're not playing Wandering Emperor or something like that, at least. They only have 3 mana left. We'll get there. Ooh, Field of Ruin. Starting to take out the Castle Garenbrigs. It's not too bad because I have 2. We should still be able to do some good stuff. Hopefully I wasn't about to draw land next turn. The one that's on top. We'll never know, but maybe it's a creature. I'm just glad I don't have any forests out. But yeah, no, definitely upping it to 4. That'd be good. 100% countered, big time. Gotta be. Well, that's alright. Eventually they'll run out of counter spells. Teferi is going to be rough. Rough indeed. Altenac, though, would be quite nice. We get back that Castle Garenbrig, or we get a land, or we get an Archdruids, potentially, if we have some sort of opening. Okay, we're rolling in it. Go, 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 go. Another Castle Garenbrig is very nice. I like it. Ether Gust, that's alright. Send it to the bottom. I got 2 more. Hopefully it's not too little too late. 100% we're gunning for Teferi. We don't want him to get to 8. Get the ultimate, the emblem there. Whenever they draw a card, they exile a permanent we control. So we could have a chance here. They may not be able to target Tyrranax Rex if I can play it next turn. No, I guess they can. Untapping lands. Ooh. Well, we'll play another one. We'll play another one. Okay, okay. No more Ether Gust. Hopefully, Carnage Tyrant draws out a sweeper and I get a land that gets T-Rex down and takes out Teferi. It is going to be an uphill battle. 100%. Three steps ahead. Not too problematic. They do have enough to take out Carnage Tyrant, blocking with every single token. It could be nice, taking all that stuff out. Play another spell. Do it. You know you wanna. Hopefully it's T-Rex. Hopefully they don't have removal for it, but well, that is not the case. We'll get them all to block and see what happens. I might try Archdruid's Charm. That could help Carnage Tyrant survive, but again they have a counter spell in their hand. We'll wait to play the second Carnage Tyrant afterwards. At least I did a little bit of damage. The creatures are gone, so we don't have to worry about being dealt quite so much anymore. I'm just happy we bought ourselves one turn with Teferi, the ultimate there. Get another land, start playing T-Rex, get Cavern of Souls, which I don't know, I might actually... Is blue completely necessary? Hard to say. We'll see how much aggro I face tonight. It might only be 3-4 matches. But I gotta say, having 2 Cavern of Souls would be nice. One, the only one, coming up, hopefully. Maybe stick Vaultborn Tyrant. It's definitely Tyrranax Rex that's going to give him the biggest headache. Continue to send him towards Teferi there. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, Sunken Citadel. Very good stuff. Of course, they counter whatever we play. Let's see what happens. Just keep up the aggression pretty much. Get it burnt on Archdruid's Charm. I mean, I'm sure they have other counter spells, but... Oh yeah, that's rough. Where's that cavern? Oh, Vaultborn would feel so lovely. Yeah, that's probably it. Tyrranax Rex is oof. We'll wait one more turn. We'll see what happens with T-Rex there. They really should have taken out Sunken Citadel. That was supercharging everything. I mean, I don't see them playing so much that they won't have enough mana to pay the ward cost of targeting T-Rex. But they could have no removal. And again, they can't... Well, they can't counter it. So we might have one slim chance to get the job done. Okay, well, I like that. Do you have removal or not? They certainly want to save Teferi. Ooh, okay. More Samurai, that's not fun. Not a great time. Tends to do the trick. They ultimate with Teferi next turn and then we die. Well, we don't die immediately, but they're going to start exiling my lands and we're not going to be coming back from that, unfortunately. Yeah, you win some, you lose some. But I love facing Azorius. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Maybe it's going to be 2 Azorius in a row. Fading hope. I'm kind of losing hope, keeping it in. Just a little bit. This is definitely not Azorius Control. Maybe they're faking me out a little bit with the Shieldred avatar, but ooh, I can't do that. That, pretty much perfect. Send the easiest thing to kill to the bottom, being Regisaur Alpha, and we're off to the races. I would imagine either we get off with Sylvan or Archdruids after they get rid of one thing. Hopefully it is only one Thoughtseize.
Dang!
Sylvan Scrying. Gone. Gotta be. I think. Maybe they only have one piece of hand hate, so they have to get rid of maybe Archdruids. If they have 2, they would get rid of Sylvan. I don't play anything next turn, and then they get rid of Archdruids, which is still in my hand. Or maybe they're scared of Tyrranax Rex. That could be a possibility. It's pretty scary. Okay. That was a goof on their part. Now, hopefully they don't have much land destruction, but now, all of a sudden, I'm going to be at least making 6. Turn 4. I will get to 7 with all the lands that I have, and they can't hand hate away how I get to that big amount. And now with the Carnage Tyrant. That's good. However, we have to ask ourselves, what is Abzan here? Is it Greasefang? Possibly. Black, green, and white. That pesky, greasy rat cheating out a big vehicle from the graveyard, crewing it. It's got haste. Okay, that's what it is. Oh, Greasefang could be coming up here. They got Parhelion in the graveyard. If they get another land, Greasefang, we're dead. Hopefully not. Huh? It's pretty straightforward. Duress. That's pretty good. They paid 1 black to reveal everything. But again, like I said, Boseiju could take out something. They're looking at all the lands. They're getting scared. They're realizing they're in a pickle. I love it. 6 on turn 4, 7 turn 5. It's a touch slow, but it's stable. You can't kill how I'm getting there. You can't, unless you have a Field of Ruin. That makes good sense to me. Oh, now they have the... Oh, they don't. They do. How she goes. I guess. 1. Yeah. Oh well. Might as well be Ketria Triome. We're not playing Carnage Tyrant this turn. We'll get another one. We have 3 more. Or we could get a Sylvan Scrying, or the Tyrranax, or Archdruid's Charm, or Regisaur Alpha next turn, or Palani's Hatcher. I would at least be able to make 5. Get a little bit of that aggression going. So they still could be scared. Perhaps should be scared with that Fading Hope. Possibly bouncing Raffine's Informant, or just bouncing Greasefang. Whenever they get it out, we wait until the vehicle just before it enters the battlefield. With the trigger, if the vehicle isn't out, Greasefang can't crew it, but it's still coming out, so it will enter not crewed by Greasefang because we bounce it with Fading Hope. Or we just bounce Raffine's Informant at the end of the turn. Or now, save myself taking a bit of damage. Yeah. Wait and see what happens. Could bounce Essica's Chariot. Really just want to get somebody. Nah, we'll bounce a cat. I kind of feel like bouncing a cat because then the cat completely disappears. Yeah. I mean, technically I can use Palani's Hatcher. We probably should be grabbing that, like I mentioned. The Regisaur, Palani's. If at any point we get Castle Garenbrig, oh, lovely. Or just any other land, I would be able to make 6 and start playing Carnage Tyrant with haste. Now, they can't double block, which is, well, kind of nice. Get in a bit of aggression. Still, the Greasefang would basically do us in. But I have some chump blockers at least, so I'm probably able to save myself at least a turn. Okay. Oh, they got it. Okay. Okay. That's how she goes. 12, 8, 13. We're not quite dead. I like it. If they attack with everybody, it could be a nasty surprise. Palani's blocks the cat, maybe. Oh, Essica's Chariot is going to attack. We'll see. Yeah. That's not going to do it. Okay. Darn. The pesky Beseju. Fading Hope, well, it's kind of nice. Greasefang is a mana value of 3, and Fading Hope, if the creature is a mana value 3 or less, we scribe. Into the Flood Maw, maybe. This deck has a lot of ways to, of course, discard a vehicle or anything from the hand into the graveyard, so they can certainly get that vehicle back quite fast. Quite fast indeed. I don't think they have too many Beseju who endures, so we'll keep it like that for now, and we'll see. Maybe they're bringing more in from the sideboard. Hard to say, but it's definitely not hard to sell. Alcanac. Yeah, that guy. It's big. We don't need the land, or the opponent hasn't destroyed a land in our graveyard. Boom, I just get to a point, simply play it, big, trample, and you draw a card also whenever the opponent targets it, so very, very nice with that. Very nice with that. With the Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is painful, but I feel like risking it. Sunken Cavern, we go off with the Sylvan Scrying on turn 2, and we are on the play as long as they don't go Thoughtseize turn 1. We'll get them. Never mind. I mean, they do have Duress and Thoughtseize, so of course there is a pretty good chance that this sort of scenario was going to happen. But 100% Sylvan, gone. They're not going to make that mistake again. No siree. And it is going to be pretty hard. Having the one land that can't help for Archdruids, we need 2 more lands to get the sources of green for it. Yeah, if they get Greasefang here, definitely done for. Oh, they got Greasefang. Hey, that's how she goes. We'll get them next time. Where is the aggro? Man, I wanted to use Fading Hope on Rakdos Aggro. I can't believe I'm saying that. Ugh. Okay. This is going to be Rakdos Aggro coming up for sure. Or another Azorius Control. It's always nice to get revenge when I sometimes lose to them. More often than not, I beat them, but can't beat everything all the time. Ghalta. I think this is what I kind of hope it is, but I hope the next hand is better than that. Good-ish. Doesn't have a Sunken, doesn't have a Castle. Sylvan, Archdruids. If maybe Regisaur was Archdruid's Charm, I'd feel pretty good about that. Nothing to bounce him, no Fading Hope. Try it again. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's what happens. Ooh, pain and suffering. Okay, maybe it is just mono red, but we're probably mono dead. Gruul. Huh. It's been quite some time since I've seen that variation. Both of them do nasty, deadly things. Yeah, no, that's I missed the concede button. My goodness, that's not happening. No siree. Okay. Trim Altanac. Couple Ghaltas. Keep one in again. You know, if it makes sense to do so. I could come to a point where Archdruid's Charm, grab Ghalta, just in case. The only copy that I have. We bring in into the Floodmaw, and we're in bouncing tempo land. Returning their creatures to their hand, and we'll see. Yep, 100%. Love it. Sunken Citadel. Yeah, we'll choose it as green. Maintain the green sources, for sure. Two Fading Hopes, I gotta say, I like that quite a bit. I think they might plot the Slick Shot here. That'd be good. Emberheart Challenger, not too bad. No, it's only 3. We got an answer for it. And the Scrying with Fading Hope, I'm quite excited about that. Now maybe they assume with the mana that's up, there could be something that I'm looking to do, which is certainly the case. See if they supercharge one of these. Do it. You know you wanna. Okay, well, there it is. Good. At least we get that land. Continue to bounce some of the stuff that they have. I mostly have to keep a mana up for Fading Hope next turn, which is kind of an awkward position. I don't want to go with Archdruid's Charm. I mean, if it doesn't get super nasty, I could, but at least I do have to spend another 2 just to get it down. Maybe powering up one of them, probably. Or just the Tarkus command could be coming up here and we could be basically dead. If I didn't have Fading Hope. Okay. Well, we're still basically dead. Yeah, no, that doesn't matter what we're due. Even if we bounce one thing, just gonna smoke us the turn after. It has been a nice wide range tonight, though. Quite a nice wide range. Huh. I don't know if I like Fading Hope. Don't think I do. Yeah. Could be basically anything else. I sometimes don't care if the opponent could potentially target my creature, because it might be Carnage, it might be T-Rex, which I can't target often enough, at least with Tyrranax Rex. We get it down early enough, they can't pay the ward for. Very nice stuff. Stick it, boom, love it. Or I don't care if they can target a creature. I don't care to save one, because when I do the thing, the opponent is done. They might not be with that, though. It's a little bit better. It's another aggro matchup. And this is also the problem. Technically, Sunken Citadel, I have to choose it as blue to get Fading Hope, but then that taints Archdruid's Charms 3 green. Very painful, very risky. I don't want to do it. At the very least, this is a fantastic example of, you know, maybe something could work, maybe something couldn't work. You just never know. But at least explaining how it's good or not good. Oh boy. Where's that Fading Hope when you need it? Oh, and a Castle Garenbrig as well. That is quite nice. We can have it enter tapped. I'm not going to be making 6 mana next turn for Carnage. I'm not going to take 2 just to go with Sylvan. I could have gone with Sylvan and taken 2. I would have been playing Sunken this turn, and that would have been it. Both ways, I'm playing Sunken this turn. Except I saved myself from taking 2, so that is 100% better. But it is just, I mean, it's kind of interesting to face 2 Gruul aggro back to back, because I always thought Rakdos was more popular. It seems like it is. I mean, we're okay-ish. Landing Carnage Tyrant next turn should maybe help deter aggression from the opponent. Or Vaultborn. Now, keep in mind, with Etching of Kumano, if a creature dealt damage this turn by a source they control would die, you exile it. So that gets around Vaultborn making a copy of itself. It doesn't die. Exile is different. We're going to look to trade with Etching of Kumano to get that exile thing out of the way, so that Vaultborn would make a copy of itself when it naturally dies, I hope. I don't think we're dead this turn, but with this type of deck, that's always a possibility. Poof. You just lose. I imagine at the very least, Etching of Kumano is going to get big enough to certainly trade with Carnage Tyrant. It would only take a monstrous rage. But I won't rage. Oh, they have to... Oh my goodness, they have to think for once. Oh! How will they get around this? What will they do? Trying to add up all the damage they can do, sacrificing Etching of Kumano. Who's going to power up with what? How do I attack with who? And hopefully the Questing Druid doesn't get too big. The Etching at least has to get big enough to take out Carnage Tyrant. It basically only requires 1 spell, I would figure. Or Questing Druid might just get big enough itself. It's already 6. Whenever they cast a spell that's red, blue, black, or white, they also put a counter on it. And another monstrous rage takes it to 10. Yeah, no, we could be dead. Just from the Questing Druid. That's probably what's about to happen. I would think. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's good stuff. But at least that thing's gone. And we got Vaultborn, big thing. Block Questing Druid, gain some life, stabilize. Perfect. If we draw Ghalta at any point, they are done. But of course, we do have to survive another turn. We'll see. Slick shot? Well, that's problematic. Questing Druid is getting to 7. It has to. basically guaranteed. Oh, yeah, that also tends to do it. Yeah, well, that's aggro for you. Okay, well, we'll keep in fading hope, and yeah, I gotta say, my hope is fading for this slight tweak tonight. I'm not scared to try anything though. If you guys have a suggestion that you think might be good, I've considered basically everything at this point, every style of something to do against the aggressive stuff, and 16 concurrent viewers. Oh, the all-time record I think is 17. 16 at the moment. I might break my all-time record. I think I made a pretty good thumbnail tonight. But into the Floodmaw, we'll continue to try out that tactic. I'll keep all the copies of Ghalta. I trim most of the copies of T-Rex there. If I'm going to win, it's probably going to require Ghalta playing back-to-back Tyrranax Rexes, maybe not so much. It's not going to help so much. Oh, yeah, I almost kept that. That was close. Ooh. I mean, it's basically perfect mana right there. We don't need that Cavern of Souls. I mean, we might. But I certainly want to keep Ghalta, which I might not have seen. I was about to trim all but one copy, so this is quite nice. Seeing a Carnage Tyrant, well, that'd be good. Maybe an Archdruid's Charm next turn. We're going to go Castle Garenbrig. Oh, well, I'll go with a Sylvan Scrying. We're about to make 7. 7 on turn 4. Is it going to be too little too late? I don't know. I can play anything I have in the deck basically next turn, other than Ghalta. Vaultborn Tyrant would be ideal, and everybody gets flooded sometimes, even when you have 20 lands. It has to happen. Eventually. Monstrous Rage on the Questing Druid. Oh, yeah. Lost out on a little bit of damage there. We'll go with a Source of Red for Sunken. I wasn't able to play Ghalta that turn. Next turn, hopefully. It's going to scare him a bit. Ghalta simply being a 12/12 is pretty nice. I mean, I would figure that I'm going to draw a creature. I mean, you see all the lands that I have, and there's a ton of creatures in the deck. That would be rough. A little rough, statistically. Maybe it's another castle. Ooh. But you have to imagine, Ghalta at least buys a little bit of time, just by how massive it is. I got something. It's not nothing. Now they have to bust through a pretty massive collection. And the opponent could reasonably have been killed there. If I had one Regisaur, that might have been it. Ghalta, Carnage, and the token that Regisaur makes all have haste. They would have had to block with everybody pretty much just to save themselves. And I don't imagine they would have been able to deal 15 with just the Questing Druid, but they could. Really. At least they have to squirm a little bit. Questing Druid is probably not getting big enough to trade with Ghalta, I think. Good. I mean, I don't think they're dealing 15 with the Slick Shot. Okay. You'd be surprised. Maybe you wouldn't, but sometimes it's quite surprising what they get done. Never assume you're safe. Try and kill them. Take out something. Don't give them an inch. Do the biggest, most powerful thing you can all the time, without question. I think two things could double block. Questing Druid might block with something else to take out Carnage Tyrant. I think the token might continue on through something like that. I still have Palani's Hatcher and that egg, so I feel a little bit safe. But we'll see. Would be nice to get a little bit of revenge against this pesky deck. Or just get one of 8 bouncing spells, Fading Hope or Into the Floodmaw, which I still haven't sadly seen any. Bouncing the Questing Druid would be quite nice. Gets off that monstrous token. I don't have to worry about a massive creature. Gotta block the biggest things we can, and I guess Etching of Commando is a little bit better. We stop ourselves from taking 2 because it doesn't have Trample yet, but it's got to be a Tarka's Command, something like that. Yeah, no, that's got to be it. Yeah, this aggro again. Okay. Maybe I need 12 things that bounce or kill. It's got to be instant speed. It's got to be cheap, because if it's not cheap, you're probably going to die. A sweeper for 3, well, it's pretty good. Temporary lockdown. Of course, with that Azorius opponent, would have been useful facing off against this, exiling all the creatures that particular opponent has. But they didn't face off against an aggro deck. They faced off against dinos. Yeah. And I guess the thumbnail is a little bit, well, it kind of lines up. Crease there, he's beaten up, he's bloodied all over, but he's still just going at it with determination and ruthless aggression. He never quits. I like that. I don't like everything he stands for, but that part. Take some inspiration. I'm getting another drink. All right. No, can't do that. 2 lands, only 1 source of green. Again, the 1 Cavern of Souls, kind of good, kind of not good. I would never trim all the copies. That one, definitely it. If we see a Castle Garenbrig, we're good. If we see an Archdruid, we're good. A Sylvan Scrying, we're good, because then all of a sudden we make all the mana we need. Well, looks like we might lose something. Well, not so much tonight, as it goes once in a while, but Thoughtseize, of course, can't discard a land. That's what I love about this. I could have had a mana dork or some spell at the moment that, would have searched for a land. I would have seen that go into the graveyard, but now we're still looking all right. We'll get them though. Oh, is it two Greasefangs? What is going on? Never would have expected that. Really? Never face Greasefang just once a week, maybe. Of course, we are dead if and when they do play it. Okay, and they play it. I don't know. Bouncing Greasefang would have just delayed the inevitable. Sadly. Okay. Pithing Needle. You know what? I'm going to go with Pithing Needle. We name whatever vehicle we want, and then it simply can't be crude. Pithing Needle, naming Parhelion 2, doesn't matter. Never have to worry about it. They'll bring it back. Nothing can happen. Hopefully. I mean, I hope to destroy everybody. As we know, that doesn't always happen. Even if you feel good against a particular matchup. I think the main thing is you just persevere. You think if you could have done something different, which sometimes a mulligan, but you would be racking your brain and just wondering, ooh, I should have mulliganed. That wasn't quite good. But you could have mulliganed again, and that could have been worse, and then you would have wanted to keep the hand that you did keep, and you go crazy sometimes, wondering, thinking, that, no, not crazy. Looks pretty good. Of course, I do hope to see a Pithing Needle. Got 4 copies. That's the best chance possible. But yeah, we named Parhelion 2. We're alright. If we see an Ezeka's Chariot go in the graveyard, we'll name that. Name Parhelion and then a second Pithing Needle, Ezeka's, that sort of thing. Would be nice to play Carnage Tyrant next turn, or Overlord of the Hauntwoods, which I gotta say, I haven't seen that stuff as much as I would have liked. Tonight at least, but sometimes you have a streak of matches and whatnot. You have 8, 10 cards you love so much and they just never show up for whatever reason. But at the very least, I will be making 6 next turn, 7 the turn after that. Technically, we don't need a forest. I would like to maintain all the creatures that I have. And oh, there we go. Overlord of the Hauntwoods. They may be about dead. That's what it's all about. Now all of a sudden we make 8. Coming up. We're going to get rid of Palani's Hatcher. I want to draw from... Oh, okay. Well, Ghalta is gone. If the opponent knows what's about to happen. But they might... Oh, ooh, thank you. That's good. Oh, they minus... Ooh, ooh. Okay. Yes, please. Oh, you goofed up. And I got Overlord, which is a creature put out by Ghalta, drawing a card from Vaultborn, gaining more life. You're kicking yourself. Because now you're not coming back from this. They could have a sweeper, but they're probably not coming back from that.
Ruthless aggression.
Man, that's why Overlord of the Hauntwoods, that's so good. I got another land that taps for a man of any color. They killed it. That's okay. Do -2. Do it. Do it. You know you wanna. Give me another Vaultborn. Oh, you goof. I would have done the discard. Super duper dead. Yeah. Okay. And they didn't even know I had Pithing Needle. I didn't need Pithing Needle, but we sure stuck it to him. Okay. That's always how it goes. Lose a painful game 1, you bring in your lovely sideboard tech, whatever it is. Rest in peace, kind of like this opponent's name, to stop graveyard stuff. Super sweet removal. A super sweet sweeper. Then the sweeper doesn't show up. But somehow, some way you devastate them and you're like, why did I even bring in that sweeper? But anything can happen. I think that's good enough. Again, no Pithing Needle to stop the crew activated. Oh, well. That's also pretty good. A decent amount of lands plus stuff that searches for a land. I'll take it. I would imagine we go off with at least one Archdruid's Charm, but okay, they didn't even get rid of another. I like this. Archdruids could exile the vehicle that's cheated out, if and when that happens. So I might kinda try for that. We will be able to make 7 next turn with Archdruids there. If they don't get a vehicle in the graveyard, they do have an Ezeka's Chariot, but that's not a scary vehicle. If it was Parhelion 2, we'd certainly get that gone. I'd rather try and get Vaultborn down, gain life, draw a card, and get to Ghalta, potentially. Hopefully. Okay, huh. Well. I maintain both Archdruid's Charms. Definitely. I know what I'm doing next turn. It's Vaultborn Tyrant. We're skipping over Carnage. 6. Never mind, no, we need Carnage Tyrant. T-Rex. Math is hard. I was about to make 6. I've done that goof once before. It's not fun. They might have Beseiju. I think with Razor Verge, Thicket, and Liliana being a legendary permanent, I'm pretty sure it reduces. Okay, good. Not the case. I love it. They'd make me discard something, possibly. Technically, I could have gotten mana for Ghalta. I would have searched for it. Yeah, close. Hoping for Vaultborn Tyrant. 100%, I was pretty certain it would be that -2. Oh, and they got Parhelion. That's probably going to do it. Now, I did need Pithing Needle. I'm not pithed. Even if you bring in 8 things from the sideboard, you really want to hate against whatever. You still might not see any of that 8. Then Liliana, of course, with her +1. Each player discards a card. They get that vehicle right back in the graveyard, ready for Greasefang to cheat out once again. Okay, I honestly wouldn't have even expected 1 Greasefang tonight, but maybe, that's what Mythic players are loving. I did expect it would be a little bit different. Usually it is. I did expect some more fun stuff. You can't drop out of Mythic, the season is almost ending, but also maybe even the Mythic players, they want to climb and at least get to one of the numbered Mythics. Of course, that's my hope as well. That's always my hope. It just doesn't really happen yet. I like that. 2 lands, Sylvan grabbing Castle, Archdruids, and we got basically all we need. Is it? Well, will they have it? Hopefully not. Spell Pierce? Stubborn Denial? Had to try it. Oh, good. Of course, we wait till they use the mana Archdruids for Castle Garenbrig. They counter, maybe over. Oh, they got that. Well, this is not Izzet Phoenix like I expected. At least we got Castle Garenbrig. Maybe Cavern of Souls could have been good. Protect Overlord of the Hauntwoods coming down. They have 1 treasure, so they're not taking it out at least. Could make Tyrranax Rex mana coming up, but they also could just go Indomitable Creativity or Transmogrify. It might be Transmogrify. It's Transmogrify or Creativity. Something big, something bad is about to happen. I mean, I would like Fading Hope to bounce the token if they target it. They might have to use those treasures just to make the mana for Creativity. So if we can bounce the token, the Transmogrify or Creativity target, it might be nice. We'll see. I definitely have enough mana for multiple targets. We could bounce Reflection, something like that. Okay, we're not doing that. I want to bounce Reflection so they can't maybe copy stuff. I like a good old Sunken. Perhaps. Oh, Torrential Gearhulk, okay. Is what it is. Magma Opus. Super dead. A lot of different stuff tonight. Nothing I haven't faced before. Into the Floodmaw, perhaps. I would like Shifting Ceratops, I gotta say. Fading Hope, not doing much of anything. Hey, at the very least, it could be a lesson learned, like I mentioned. I feel the pain, so perhaps some of you guys don't have to. If you choose to go this route with Dinosaurs. But still going to trim Fading Hope. Ovenwald. Pithing Needle, maybe it could name Fable, but I'm mostly worried about that land destruction and potentially painful planeswalkers. But I'm just going to get Torrential Gearhulk. It's going to suck. Could be nice to maybe exile Torrential Gearhulk with Archdruid's Charm. I've done that before. But I like this hand. I hope there's no stubborn denial. Hopefully going off with that Sylvan Scrying, grabbing Sunken, making something good happen. Well, you never know. Okay. Yeah, it's a good card. I could use it myself as well. I've certainly got big creatures. Yeah, rough. But we got another land. So that's where it's at. Ooh, no, that's... We'll try for Overlord, but I don't imagine that's going to happen. Okay. Might just be Torrential Gearhulk coming up here. They don't have anything super scary in the graveyard quite yet. Yeah, I like it. All right. Yeah, nope, not coming back from that. Whew. Just over an hour, my goodness. We're going to keep going. At least one more match here. It would be nice to finish off on a positive nightcap. Of course, it can't always be a positive nightcap. One more at least. But then my hope won't fade anymore because I won't have fading hope in. Can tell you that much. Marmots. Maybe it's going to be Greasefang number 3. Never in a million years would have expected that. That though, I like it a lot. We're on the play again. Hey, it's what you want with Sylvan Scrying there. Hey, they didn't go turn 1 Thoughtseize. We're laughing. Definitely laughing. Next turn, play Castle, Archdruid, search, put another Sunken out. Boom. Big mana. This does appear to be, yeah, Jund. Sacrifice. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I like that. I do like Overlord of the Hauntwoods, though. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to play that, get my land. Save Archdruid's Charm for grabbing Ghalta. Or just taking somebody out, exiling an artifact enchantment. It is kind of nice to preserve Archdruids for, other uses. Just because you can get into a situation where you're super flooded. You use Archdruids for a land, and then you draw more lands, or you draw a Sylvan Scrying to grab any specific land, and then, oh, you're feeling pretty bad. That would have been pretty bad if I would have gone with a Sunken, and then, ooh, now with that land, drawing it. I will be able to make 8. Archdruids can now be used for the Ghalta. They can't steal Carnage. They hopefully can't kill it. At the very least, they won't be attacking into Carnage T anytime soon. Hopefully they don't make me sacrifice it. Sheoldred's Edict. Ooh. That'd be rough. Might just take out Mayhem Devil with Archdruids. I could draw a Ghalta. If I drew Ghalta next turn, they'd be dead. They would probably kill Palani's Hatcher though, but okay, now they can't. Interesting. I mean, we definitely know what we're doing, for sure. Don't imagine they have any reasonable way to kill us next turn. just search for Ghalta, and we're good to go. Again, 8 mana there, so you see, next turn I'm able to make 9. I'm going to have an extra 1 left over. So like I said, very nice to save the Archdruids, you know, if you have a good play. Carnage Tyrant, maybe another Carnage Tyrant, eventually getting to the mana, and then seeing Ghalta even with 4 copies. It doesn't happen as often as you would hope for. Never does. Good stuff. Hopefully we draw some creature, big, nice, nasty. I would think it's going to happen. I jinxed myself talking about lands, didn't I? I just keep drawing them, and I only have 20. Rough. Rough, I say. Palani's, I would imagine, definitely dead. A piece of removal, or just sacrificing stuff. Yeah, we'll see. I could have, I'm pretty sure I have Enigma Jewel. Pretty sure. I should try it. I should look at the Enigma Jewel. Actually, after this match, Blappa, we'll take a peek, but it doesn't appear to, it's probably cat combo. You see all that stuff, I would usually assume that's the case. Overlord Hydra? Yeah, maybe. Do I care about bouncing one thing? Not so much. Pithing Needle. We're going Pithing Needle. Yeah. We'll name whatever painful activated ability we have to. The Field of Ruin, they could have. Liliana of the Veil. We name Witch's Oven or Cauldron Familiar. Any number of things would slow them down quite a bit. Kind of like that hand might. You know what? Regisaur to the bottom. If I'm going to play something, it's probably going to be Carnage Tyrant before Regisaur. And I might let... Oh, okay, good. Good. Ketria Triome. I was thinking of having the Breeding Pool enter, shocking myself for 2, but I don't think it doesn't really matter too much. The Blood Tithe Harvester is going to be pretty bad. And yes, it is certainly a tense match. Well, at least the Witch's Oven isn't going to be causing me too much grief. There's one silver lining. Oven. And it really doesn't like apostrophes. Huh. Sylvan Scrying next turn, we're good. A Sunken itself, we're good. Archdruids for the Sunken, we're good. 1 of 12 things. Well, that's not 1 of 12 things, but it's still alright because I will still be able to make 6. I like that. Too little, too late, it's hard to say. At least we're... Well, hopefully it is only 5 with the Harvester and the Dino. Or, not the Dino, the Goblin. Sometimes Carnage Tyrant has been just enough to buy time. They can't get rid of it. They don't want to attack into it. It's too massive. It trades with everybody. Strap yourselves in. That's interesting. Oof. I like the Archdruid's charm. Again, it could be too little, too late. If they don't attack, we have a very good chance coming up here. But Mayhem Devil will deal... oh, never mind. Okay. That's good. We're dead. Definitely. Huh. Alrighty. That was a fast one. Liliana does the trick like I mentioned, the Pithing Needle. Huh? Maybe I should be naming Liliana instead, because it honestly... Of course they have Cauldron Familiar. We haven't seen Ygra. Sometimes that's just how it goes. You see a pretty well-known, famous deck, and you know exactly what it's going to do, all of its things, and the first 2 games, the game plan you're used to seeing from them, for whatever reason, it just doesn't show up. You don't see Ygra, you don't see Cauldron Familiar. I'm definitely, well, I appreciate that. Not seeing the cat. I think most people would. Guess they have to be at least a little bit scared after that first game there. Yep, love it. Good. Beautiful. Hopefully we go off with Sylvan, but 2 Sunkens. All we need to see is a castle. Could be the castle itself, that's 4. The Sylvan we have, or the Archdruids. Ooh, we're rolling in it. I kept that pretty quick, so they have to be squirming in their boots. Sweating. A little bit, I would think. Oh, excuse me. Drinking a sugar-free Fresca. Maybe Fresca is always sugar-free, I don't know. There's the cat. It finally makes an appearance. Yeah, we'll do a 2-thread. Doesn't really make much of a difference. I would have been playing another Sunken next turn anyways. Oh my well, I like the looks of that. I'm grabbing another Sylvan. We will be able to make 8 guaranteed 100%. Technically I don't need to grab much of anything, but as long as they don't destroy land, we land Vaultborn. Yeah, they're cooked. I think. No Thoughtseize, no duress. It doesn't really matter. I'm almost certain I'm playing one of the 2 dinos that cut. Yeah, okay. Done. Never mind. I thought I had a forest. Hinterland Harbor needs a forest. Oops. Still might not matter to Ghalta next turn. Well, we'll get him. We'll get him. Play that forest I have. Don't do a goof twice in a row. Ooh, Ygra, that's not fun. But we still might get the job done. Hopefully. I like the amounts of life and everything that I'm going to grab. Or gain. And the cards I'm going to draw. Ygra's not blocking. If they get another cat next turn somehow, some way, we're dead. If they don't get a cat, the opponent is dead. They'll take both T-Rexes, sadly. That's probably the best option, yeah. Don't have a cat. Oh boy. We'll see. No cat. Don't do it. Okay, yeah. That's not a cat. This is good. This is good. They're digging for the cat. Either they get the cat here or they don't. It's down to the wire. Tense. Tense, tense, tense. Ooh boy. That, they didn't get the cat. They could still temporarily exile it, but they can't play it because they would need actual mana if a cat was exiled. Buy that. Done.
It's a trap!
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
It's gotta be it. Huh? Yes. Yes, it was. Marmots. Yes, it was. Well, it was a lot of pain. It's hard to say. Of course, I can dial it back and look at things. Should I have mulliganed a little bit better some of those matches? Perhaps, you know. I do like to risk things sometimes and see what I can come back from sticky situations. Sometimes that's nice, and you would be surprised if any of you are new. I've come back from some pretty crazy stuff, so then you see, oh, what could be achieved by the absolute worst case scenario. You can't mulligan forever, and going through those painful lines of play and the draws, you're like, hey, this kind of plan could work, and then you see a sort of similar hand in a future game or a future match, and you're like, wait, I can make this work, when otherwise, if you hadn't gone through the pain, you wouldn't have realized, oh, this and this and this. Of course, most of that is solved. You know, there's many content creators. If you don't know a particular deck, you type it in, you find it, and then you basically know all the stuff to look for, all the different hands to keep. Somewhat straightforward, but yeah. All right, well, we'll leave it there for now. That definitely, I kicked a few of them. I didn't kick them completely, but it is nice again to end on a positive note. The last night in Mythic, because again, the season resets tomorrow. Pretty sure. Get a couple packs, a bunch of gold. Certainly going to redeem that. Finish off the playset of Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 100%. Definitely. That's priority one. Did Fading Hope help? Not really. Not so much. You need multiple pieces of removal anyways if you want to have any sort of chance against Rakdos. I would say 8. If you only have 4 pieces, there's a reasonable chance you don't see even any of the 4. In an opening hand, you mulligan a few times, you still might not see it. Yeah, okay. We'll leave it there for tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for almost, I think, breaking the all-time concurrent viewers record. I'll see you next time. Get some good rest. Peace. No, I missed it.
You won! You did it!